I've done presentations where I ask people, what do you think has been the research that has done the most harm in the United States in the past century? And few people guess what I say. Of course, there's no way of really, what is the answer to that for sure? But it's IQ research, in my opinion, because it stigmatized blacks and Indians and Hispanics and Jews, immigrant people. It didn't affect just those who took the IQ test, who were African American or whatever. It affected the whole community. And so it's not just with Indians, but that issue about how to prevent harms to communities and research, and still do the research, and not throw out the baby with the bathwater, as the saying goes, because research is helpful and useful, is a major concern of mine. There was the Barrow alcoholism study, where the results were released by university researchers of how bad alcoholism was among the North Slope, Barrow, Alaska. The university was about 5,000 miles away on the eastern coast of the United States, eastern region, with a public announcement that made the New York Times. One harm that of people who know about that research was that the North Slope was trying to get money on Wall Street for bonds, and the bond rating went down. What people don't know in general, but I learned, is that the inhabitants, including outside of Barrow, outside of the study, to this day, feel self-stigmatized. We were bad people. And that's literally what one elder, who was a teen at the time, said to me. And so again, it was the dissemination and how it affected people when they were being talked about as being defective, bad, whatever term you wanted to use, people. Another one was congenital syphilis study. Outbreak of congenital syphilis, public health problem. It was reported, not surprisingly, because that's how it happens, a breakdown of the medical care system. And it was reported, you know, what we can, to re-emphasize what we're supposed to do with testing pregnant women. But it was revealed the reservation. So the kids, the off-res white kids taunted the Indian kids, your mom is a whore, right? The gasoline stations contributed to the public health efforts to improve the public health by not permitting the Indians to use the toilets in the gas stations because syphilis is passed by toilet seats, right? You know, that kind of stuff. There are several examples of where the way things were published or announced or disseminated was stigmatizing. And the problem was pretty obvious in terms of, okay, contributing to or strengthening the anti-Indian prejudice, especially around reservations or in certain states. But it was also what I kept on hearing from people was the self-stigmatization, that we're bad people.